Good evening and namaskar, honorables, esteemed guests, ladies and gentlemen. Such a profound event. I feel so blessed to be here, witnessing the wonderful presence of honorables around the world. It's giving me such an empowering vibe that I cannot express in my words. My name is Sugarika, and I'm so privileged enough to be the host of the closing event. Before we move towards the formal closing event of the conference, ladies and gentlemen, we are about to acknowledge a few personalities here with token of appreciation. Shall I request the volunteers and the team members to manage the token of appreciations before we move towards the closing ceremony of the international conference? Are we ready with the token of appreciation? Are we all set with that? I hope you all had an enriching and inspiring experience over the past 3 days as we come to the closure of this remarkable international conference on gender inclusion in NHRIs. Let's take a moment to reflect on the insights we've gained and connections we have made past 3 days. First and foremost, I'd like to extend a heartfelt gratitude to all our speakers, panelists, and moderators who have shared their expertise and experience with all of us. Your contributions have been invaluable. Let's give a big round of applause to all our speakers, experts, and moderators. Over the 3 days, we've dwelled into the critical discussions on gender representation. We have heard from the leaders and activists who are at the forefront of the fight for gender equality and inclusivity. As we conclude this conference, let's remember that the journey towards gender equality does not end here. It's up to each one of us to take the knowledge and inspiration we've gained and apply it in our daily lives. Together, we can create a more inclusive and equitable world to live in. So shall we now proceed ahead with the token of appreciation? Are we all set with that? Okay. Before we give away our token of appreciation to our wonderful people participating in the conference, may I take this pleasure in requesting our Honorable Justice to Bahadur Magar, Chairperson of NHRC Nepal, to chair the closing ceremony as the Chairperson of the event. Can we have a round of applause to our Honorable Magar on stage, our Chairperson? Before he resides on the stage as a Chairperson, the token of love would be handed over by Honorable Justice to Bahadur Magar himself. I've got a list of the names of the honorable people here whom we're about to distribute the token of appreciation conferred by the Chairperson. Please excuse me if I go wrong with the pronunciation of the names. All right. First, may we call upon the Commissioner of National Human Rights Commission of Bangladesh, MD Aminul Islam. Thank you very much for the efforts made. May we call upon him for gracing and accepting the token of appreciation conferred by our Chairperson. Commissioner of National Human Rights Commission of Bangladesh, MD Aminul Islam. National Representative of the National Human Rights Commission of India, Ms. Ilakia Karungaran. Can we applaud for these wonderful personalities while they come ahead to accept the token of appreciation? May I also call upon the Public Complaint Analyst from Human Rights Commission of Indonesia, Mr. Luluk Setiawan. Public Complaint Analyst from Human Rights Commission of Indonesia, Mr. Luluk, is entering on the forefront to accept the token of appreciation here. Thank you very much. We also would like to call upon and acknowledge the presence of Ms. Sana Kamil Hassan, Legal Advisor to the Monitoring Complaints Department and member of the Women's Affairs Committee, High Commission of Human Rights for Iraq. Thank you very much. May we also call upon Ms. Parameshwari Subramaniam, Head of Policy Division of Human Rights Commission of Malaysia. Ms. Yanjma Pumsten, Human Rights Officer of National Human Rights Commission of Mongolia. Moving further, may I take this pleasure in requesting Professor Dr. Rashid Al-Balushi, Chairperson of Oman Human Rights Commission. Thank you very much, Professor. Similarly, Ms. Satha Al-Jali, Director of International Relations of Oman Human Rights Commission. Was the pronunciation correct, madam? Did I try well? Thank you. Thank you very much, Ms. Iman Yashin Malik, Program Coordinator of Human Rights Commission of Pakistan. Thank you very much. Ms. Elinlina Moala Tumua, Principal Human Rights Advisor of Ombudsman of Samoa. Thank you very much. Ms. Ruksanali Donson, Human Rights Officer of National Human Rights Commission of Thailand. Thank you very much. Ms. Siri Vimon, Human Rights Officer of National Human Rights Commission of Thailand. Ms. Teri Sinha, Director of Human Resource, Provider for Human Rights and Justice of Timor-Leste. Thank you very much, ma'am. We're done with that token of appreciations, honorables, ladies and gentlemen. We've got a small, little exciting moment about to happen on our stage. Honorable Hari Kurniawan, Honorable of Commission of Indonesia, has a little surprise for our Honorable Lily Thapa on stage. May we invite Honorable Thapa on stage. Yes. I'm inviting you on the stage. You've got a little token of appreciation and gift all the way from Indonesia. Shall we applaud this profound moment? Thank you very much. We thank both our honorables. There is one more pouch. Looks like a gift or a token of appreciation. I'm not sure. All right. Thank you. Thank you very much, Honorable. Thank you. May we request to have your seat one more time. Now we're proceeding towards the closing ceremony. The proper protocol of the closing ceremony is about to happen. So may I one more time request a Chairperson of NHRC Nepal, Honorable Justice to Bahadur Magar, to formally take the seat of the Chairperson on the dais as the Chairperson of the closing ceremony of International Conference on Gender Inclusion in National Human Rights Institutions. Thank you very much. We are about to welcome our chief guest of the closing ceremony, ladies and gentlemen. We're still waiting for our chief guest to arrive. He's taking a little bit of time. Before our chief guest arrives here, I take this pleasure in acknowledging the presence of Ashwini KC, Special Rapporteur on Contemporary Forms of Racism. Would also request him to be on the stage as the special guest. Thank you very much. We also would like to acknowledge the presence of Ms. Fasoha Aishath, Manager of Capacity Development of Asia Pacific Forum. Thank you very much. Can we have you on stage, ma'am? We also would like to acknowledge the presence of Johnny White, Human Rights OHCHR. Thank you very much for your presence. I think our chief guest is about to arrive, so our chairperson is all set to welcome our chief guest inside the auditorium. Meanwhile, Mr. White is marching towards the stage, our Human Rights OHCHR. Mr. White, thank you very much for your presence. So we're about to welcome our chief guest of the closing ceremony, who happens to be the Honorable Deputy Prime Minister of Nepal, Honorable Prakash Singh, to the dais. Meanwhile, our chairperson has gone outside to welcome him, most probably with a bouquet of flowers and a lot of good wishes. Here he arrives. Let's welcome our chief guest of the closing ceremony, Honorable Deputy Prime Minister of Nepal, Honorable Prakash Singh Ji, to the closing ceremony of the International Conference on Gender Inclusion in National Human Rights Institution. Thank you very much. We're so privileged to have you with us in the closing ceremony. So before we proceed towards another event, ladies and gentlemen, may I take this opportunity to play a summary video of what all happened in past 3 days here in the conference. The video also projected a celebratory moment to a lot of people present here. The video not only talked about the intelligent women power, but also talked about the beauty, grace, change, and empathy that women hold. Excuse me. May I request all of you to rise while the national anthem of Nepal, please.
थुङ्गा फुलका हामी एउटै माला नेपाली सार्वभौम भई फैलिएका मेची महाकाली सायो थुङ्गा फुलका हामी एउटै माला नेपाली सार्वभौम भई फैलिएका मेची महाकाली प्रकृतिका कोटि कोटि सम्पदाको आचल वीरहरूका राजधानी ज्ञान भूमि शान्ति भूमि तराई पहाड हिमाल अखण्ड यो प्यारो हाम्रो मातृभूमि नेपाल बहुजाति भाषा धर्म संस्कृति छन् विशाल अग्रगामी राष्ट्र हाम्रो जय जय नेपाल.
We appreciate everyone for the efforts made during the national anthem. As an MC, watching from the stage to the audience absolutely gives me a lot of pleasure watching the number of women here present here. A woman present in an event is a society present. You know, countries present, world present. I'm so happy to meet the whole world here in Kathmandu. Thank you very much for your efforts made to pay a visit to Kathmandu. That projected a lot of empowerment in myself. I won the world today. Thank you very much for your profound presence. Moving ahead to share the remarkable journey of past 3 days along with the thank you remarks, may I here invite Honorable Prakash Sharma, Chairperson and Proceedings Commissioner of Human Rights and Anti-Discrimination Commission of Fiji.
Namaste. Okay. Honored guests, commissioners and staff of the National Human Rights Commission of Nepal, fellow participants. This conference dealt with gender inclusion, a topic which is often ignored because it is too difficult to deal with. But the National Human Rights Commission of Nepal not only chose to host this conference on this difficult topic, but it did an absolutely brilliant job. We got so much out of the panel discussions because the discussions raise issues which all our national human rights institutions regularly deal with. Women continue to be underrepresented in higher positions in both public and private organizations. Women continue to face unfair employment practices. Women and girls continue to face violence more than any other vulnerable groups. Dealing with the issues faced by women, children, people living with disabilities, and other marginalized and vulnerable groups is difficult, but as human rights defenders, we must strive to do our best for them. People who complain to national human rights institutions about breaches of the human rights normally do not have anyone else to turn to. I endorse Like the Indonesian and Nepal national human rights institutions, we in Fiji also intend to deal with we will actually host a national inquiry to deal with issues faced by women and other vulnerable groups. So we are in unison on that issue. Climate change is also an issue which affects our people, especially women and other gender diverse groups. In the South Pacific, we are perhaps the least emitters of carbon emissions, but we stand to lose the most. Most of our islands are surrounded by the Pacific Ocean. Because of climate change, we stand to lose our islands, our homes, our burial grounds, and our livelihoods. I endorse the Philippine National Human Rights call for a regional mechanism to deal with issues on climate change. In the Pacific, South Pacific, we only have 4 national human rights institutions: Australia, New Zealand, Samoa, and Fiji. We need to, I suppose, combine with the Asian national human rights institutions to address climate change issue and reach out to the special rapporteur on climate change. This morning, some of us had the privilege to visit the Women's Center, which has been set up by Dr. Lily Thapa. It was inspirational. It was an eye-opening event for us. We are humbled by it. We are so much better to have seen it. Now, we've heard about the outcome statement. It would be good if we all strive to achieve the outcomes and provide regular reports on our achievements. I think I can safely say on behalf of all participants, I acknowledge the hard work put in by the National Human Rights Institution of Nepal to organize this conference, which has been such a huge success. The choice of the, I was so impressed that we were met by the National Human Rights Commission of Nepal staff at the airport. They escorted us to the hotel. They have actually gone out of their way to make us feel so welcome, and that's why this has been such a useful and significantly successful conference. I acknowledge, I think I'll just finish off by saying, if I can ask all the participants to stand up and show our appreciation for the National Human Rights Commission of Nepal and show our appreciation in the normal way. Please. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Honorable Sharma, Chairperson and Proceedings Commissioner of Human Rights and Anti-Discrimination Commission, Fiji, for your wonderful insights and remarks. We here would like to acknowledge the gracious presence of the Assistant Resident Representative of UNDP Nepal, Ms. Binda Magar. Thank you very much for your presence. We gracefully would like to request you to take your respective seat on wherever you're seated. Thank you very much. Up next, for the experience sharing and thank you remarks, may I request and call upon Honorable Professor Rashid Hamad Humaid Al-Balosi, Chairman of Oman Human Rights Commission.
Good morning again, and good morning to our honored guest for closing this session. And I would like to join my friend Sharma to express my thanks to National Human Rights of Nepal, Committee of Nepal, for the organizing this conference, and also to chosen this topic, which is very important to us, especially in region of Asia. I think it's touched many important topics regarding the women's and children and all those who need our help and our service during especially the effect of climate change. On behalf of myself and my delegation, and also my friend Thanks again, Nepal, National Human Rights Commission, for everything, really. Since we are arriving your country, until today, we are receiving many thanks and very warm welcome from you. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Honorable Professor. We believe in actions rather than powerful words. That's exactly what you did on the stage. Thank you very much for being very concise yet very, very powerful. Up next, may I invite Dr. Lina Shabi, Commissioner of Jordan Human Rights Commission, for her remarks.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والصلاة والسلام على أشرف المرسلين. Assalamu alaikum and namaste. I was asked to give feedback on the 3 days of the conference. So first of all, thank you, National Human Rights Commission of Nepal. So I'll try to be as brief as I can, starting with the venue. The choice of the venue was quite intelligent. It's quiet, tranquil, and it gives you a good glimpse of Nepal, rather than choosing the hustle and bustle center of the, so that's a clever choice. So we get to see a good glimpse of the real Nepal. I'll talk a little bit about logistics, technical, and you know, the place, the venue, the technicalities, very clever, very well organized. And I would like to ask you all for a good hand, a big applause for the, you know, no, that's not enough. I'm talking about the backstagers. You know, the people in the technical here, the people in the translation, the ladies here. We need to stand up and give them a big hand because they are the not seen. We always like to acknowledge the backstagers. They make things happen. We don't see them. The topic is very clever. The combination of climate change, women's rights, and progressive, you know, approach to women's rights, and the role of national human rights centers. The combination is clever. The topic was good. The choice of program and topics to the point. All this. The choice of speakers was the best. I can't, because I was a speaker myself, so that's why. You know, that's why. The choice of chairs, everybody. But my big applause, to be honest, to the facilitators. I'm saying most of the presentations were good, were very interesting, were informative, were to the point of the conference. But I would say 100% of the facilitators were a very clever choice. They did a very good job. They were clever enough I was impressed by their role. So all in all, it was good. It was well organized in a very not boring way, if you like, and to the core of the objectives. So I think it did a lot of productive results. Thank you all, and thank you for having us. And last but not least, I would like to thank the Nepalese people for how kind and generous they are. I'm very touched by that.
On behalf of all the Nepali people, we do appreciate the amount of effortless love that you projected on the stage. Thank you very much, Dr. Lina. We look forward to meeting you a lot more in Nepal frequently. Nepal loves you back as well. Well, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you've been enjoying the event so far and found the discussion enlightening and inspiring as we continue on the journey towards understanding and promoting gender inclusion. It is my great honor to introduce to a leader who has been at the forefront of advocating for gender equality and inclusivity in our society. We are about to listen to such a person whose insights and perspectives on how we can further advance gender inclusion in our communities and beyond can uphold on. Let's welcome and listen to the closing remarks from Honorable Deputy Prime Minister, on this August gathering. We are so eager to listen to your insights, Honorable. Thank you.
राष्ट्र मानव अधिकार आयोग का माननीय अध्यक्षज्यू, संसदीय समिति का सदस्यज्यूहरू, संयुक्त राष्ट्र संघीय निकाय प्रमुख तथा प्रतिनिधि, विभिन्न राष्ट्र का नेपाल स्थित कूटनीतिक नियोग का प्रतिनिधिज्यूहरू, विभिन्न राष्ट्र का मानवाधिकार संस्थाहरूका अध्यक्ष तथा पदाधिकारीज्यूहरू, विभिन्न विषयगत आयोगका अध्यक्षज्यूहरू, सम्मेलनमा सहभागी बौद्धिक व्यक्तित्व, कानुनी व्यवसाय एवं सञ्चारकर्मीहरू, नेपाल तथा विभिन्न देशका मानवाधिकार संस्थाहरूको सहभागितामा काठमाडौँमा यस किसिमको अन्तर्राष्ट्रिय सम्मेलन आयोजना भएकोमा मलाई गौरव महसुस भएको छ। यस सम्मेलनमा विदेशबाट पाल्नुभएका सहभागीहरूलाई नेपाल सरकारको तर्फबाट पुनः स्वागत गर्न चाहन्छु। नेपालको संविधानको मौलिक हक अन्तर्गत धारा 18 ले समानताको हकको प्रत्याभूति गरेको छ। संविधानले नै लिङ्ग, जाति, भाषा र अन्य कारणबाट कसैलाई पनि विभेद गर्न नपाइने गरी अधिकारको सुनिश्चितता गरेको छ। यस सन्दर्भमा नेपालको राष्ट्रिय मानव अधिकार आयोगले आयोजना गरेको राष्ट्रिय मानव अधिकार संस्थाहरूमा लैङ्गिक समावेशीकरण सम्बन्धी अन्तर्राष्ट्रिय सम्मेलनमा नेपाल लगायत एसिया प्रशान्त क्षेत्रका 19 देशहरूका मानव अधिकार संस्थाहरूको प्रतिनिधि तथा नेपालका नागरिक समाजका प्रतिनिधिहरू समेत सहभागी भई लैङ्गिकता र सामाजिक समावेशीकरणमा भए गरेका कार्य र भविष्यमा गर्न सकिने कार्यलाई औल्याउने सक्षम भएको भन्ने आशा लिएको छु। यस क्षेत्रमा लैङ्गिक समानताको विषयमा गरेका राम्रा कामहरूको सूचना आदान प्रदान पनि भएकोले आगामी दिनमा चाल्नुपर्ने कदमहरूको बारेमा काठमाडौँ घोषणापत्र मार्फत प्रतिबद्धता पनि जाहेर भएकोमा सबैलाई शुभकामना तथा धन्यवाद दिन चाहन्छु। लैङ्गिक समानताको लागि कानुनी व्यवस्था मात्र पर्याप्त हुँदैन। हरेक व्यक्तिले आफ्नो व्यवहार परिवर्तन गरी महिला सशक्तिकरण तथा लैङ्गिक मूल प्रवाहीकरणका लागि कार्य गर्नुपर्ने हुँदा यस प्रकारको अन्तर्राष्ट्रिय सम्मेलनले व्यवहारमा परिवर्तन ल्याउन भूमिका खेल्नेछ भन्ने मैले विश्वास लिएको छु। सम्मेलनबाट लैङ्गिक रूपमा समावेशीकरणका लागि सम्बन्धित देशहरूका मानव अधिकार संस्थाहरूमा रहेका प्रणालीगत बाधाहरू पहिचान गरी त्यसलाई सम्बोधन गर्ने लक्ष्य पुरा भएको छ भन्ने मलाई लागेको छ। यस प्रकारका सम्मेलनले लैङ्गिकताको क्षेत्रमा कार्य गर्न ती देशका सरकारी, गैर सरकारी, निजी क्षेत्र तथा नागरिक समाजलाई समेत सहायता पुग्नेछ। सम्मेलनमा एसिया प्रशान्त क्षेत्रका विभिन्न देशहरूमा मानव अधिकारका सवालमा भएका राम्रा कामहरू बारेमा पनि चर्चा भएको हुँदा नेपालमा लैङ्गिक समावेशीकरणका क्षेत्रमा भएका राम्रा कामहरूका बारेमा समेत राष्ट्रिय अन्तर्राष्ट्रिय क्षेत्रमा जानकारी भएको छ। नेपालमा महिला, पिछडिएका वर्ग, सीमान्तकृत समुदायहरूको सरकारमा प्रतिनिधित्व सुनिश्चित गर्न कानुनमा नै उल्लेख गरिएको छ। प्रतिनिधि सभामा महिलाहरूको सहभागिता कम्तीमा पनि 33% हुनुपर्ने कानुनमा नै उल्लेख गरेर संसदमा महिलाहरूको उल्लेख्य सहभागिता सुनिश्चित गरेको सबैमा जानकारी नै छ, जुन अन्तर्राष्ट्रिय क्षेत्रमा उदाहरणीय रूपमा रहेको छ। लैङ्गिक समानता कायम गर्न नेपालमा विद्यमान यो पितृसत्तात्मक समाजमा भएका हानिकारक अभ्यासलाई न्यूनीकरण गर्दै सामाजिक तथा सांस्कृतिक रूपमा रहेका राम्रा अभ्यासलाई निरन्तरता दिन आवश्यक रहेको छ। लैङ्गिक समावेशीकरणको विषय अक्षरशः व्यवहारमा समेत लागू गर्न मानव अधिकार कर्मी, नागरिक समाज र पत्रकारहरूले निरन्तर रूपमा वकालत गर्दै र सरकारलाई झकझगाउने रहन आवश्यक छ, जसबाट सरकारलाई नीति तथा कार्यक्रम बनाउन र आवश्यक कानुन निर्माण सँगसँगै परिमार्जन गर्न समेत मद्दत पुग्छ। अन्त्यमा यस प्रकारको अन्तर्राष्ट्रिय सम्मेलन आयोजना गरी राष्ट्रिय र अन्तर्राष्ट्रिय रूपमा यस विषयलाई उत्थान तथा ध्यानाकर्षण गर्न सक्षम भएकोमा म राष्ट्रिय मानव अधिकार आयोग नेपाललाई हार्दिक बधाई तथा धन्यवाद दिन चाहन्छु। सम्मेलनमा सहभागी हुन आउनुभएका विदेशी मित्रहरूको काठमाडौँ बसाई सुखद रह्यो होला भन्नेमा म विश्वस्त छु। सम्मेलन पश्चात सम्पूर्ण विदेशी सहभागीहरूलाई सुरक्षित यात्राको शुभकामना व्यक्त गर्दछु। यस सम्मेलनको समापन सत्रमा मलाई आमन्त्रित गर्नुभएकोमा आयोजकलाई धन्यवाद दिँदै मेरो भनाइ यही टुङ्ग्याउन चाहन्छु। धन्यवाद। जय नेपाल।
I would like to appreciate the chief guest of the closing event, Honorable Deputy Prime Minister, for the effort made from the side of the government. May I take this opportunity in giving a brief insight of what our Honorable Deputy Prime Minister just marked from the stage. The government plays a pivotal role in shaping a society that values and practices gender inclusion. The government is committed to developing and implementing policies that promote gender equality across all sectors. This includes advocating for and enchanting legislation that protects the rights of women and marginalized genders, such as laws against gender-based violence and discrimination. Also, he highlighted on raising awareness about gender issues is crucial important. The government will use the platform to advocate for gender equality and support public campaigns that aim to change societal attitude towards gender roles and stereotypes. Collaboration is crucial. The government is definitely planning to work closely with NGOs, international organizations, and the private sector to promote gender inclusion. By fostering partnership, the government can leverage resources and expertise to create a more inclusive society. Thank you very much to our Honorable Deputy Prime Minister. I did a little mishap while introducing to our Deputy Prime Minister in a rush because I was super excited to listen to our chief guest prior to the wonderful people residing on the stage. We do need to listen to three beautiful people who are residing on the stage along with our Chairperson and the Deputy Prime Minister. So shall I now request Mr. Johnny White, Human Rights OHCHR, for his remarks here on stage. Concise yet profound.
Thank you very much. Honorable Deputy Prime Minister and the Government of Nepal, Honorable Chairman and Commissioners of the Nepal Human Rights Commission, the Commissioners and members of other NHRIs from the region here, development partners, UNDP, UN Women, UNFPA, APF, and all other development partners supporting the work of NHRIs. I'd like to say thank you, and a very big thank you to Commissioner Lady Tapa and the team of organizers for this beautiful event. Being here to discuss gender inclusion in NHRIs is a very important topic for this dispensation. You know, like Eleanor Roosevelt once said many, many years ago, it is not just sufficient to talk about peace, You must believe in it. It is not just sufficient to believe in it. You must work on it. So it's the same way as we've concluded this conference. I would like to say to all of us in here, it is not just sufficient to talk about gender inclusion in the work of NHRIs. We must believe in gender inclusion. It is not just sufficient to believe in gender inclusion. We must take concrete, positive, and intentional and bold action to ensure we have gender inclusion in all of our activities. Because we are talking about the future, and the building of the future is now. The future is now. We are the future. We are building the future, because if we leave from here tomorrow, the platform that we lay today will be what will be left for society tomorrow. And as OHCHR, especially from the perspective of the National Institution and Regional Mechanism section, we'd like to say to all of the NHRIs here present that we are here willing to support you in whatever way, including in supporting your ability and your programs to ensure gender inclusion in your work, especially from the secretarial perspective. As we support the subcommittee on accreditation, we'd like to say we are offering our support to ensure that all NHRIs, because it is part of the SDG process to ensure that states have strong, independent national human rights institutions. We are offering our support, whatever way, whether it is on the legislative amendment to make sure it aligns with the Paris Principle, or it's about building programs and activities to ensure you actively deliver on human rights within your context you operate. We are here. We are ready to support you. At any point in time, you can count on us, and OHCHR will always be that partner that you can work with. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Johnny White, Human Rights, OHCHR, for your remarks. We here would like to acknowledge the gracious presence of the Chairperson of the Thematic Commission of Nepal and Commissioner of the Thematic Commission of Nepal to the closing event. Thank you very much. Moving ahead, may I request Ms. Fasoha, Aishath, Manager of Capacity Development, Asia Pacific Forum, for her short remarks. Maybe we get confined to 2 minutes only. Will that be okay and justice to you? 2 minutes. Will I do justice to you then? Okay.
Namaste. Honorable Chief Guest, Chairperson of NHRC, Commissioner Lily Thapa, my fellow participants. I was actually told that I wouldn't have to speak even though I was called on the stage. So someone lied to me. But thank you for, thank you for this opportunity. On behalf of the APF, I really want to thank again the Commission for taking this initiative, for bringing NHRI family together to speak on something that's really close to the APF's strategic priorities as well. Gender equality for the region is quite crucial. And I think as our speakers have said before, I don't want to repeat it, but I think we all agree and see that this is crucial for the work we do, for our future, for us now. So it's great to see the commitment from all of our NHRIs and all participants who came, took their time to come here and to work together on something that's so very important. And again, I think as OHCHR, Johnny has said, APF is here for our membership. So any support that we can provide, please feel free to know that we are here for our membership to provide the support that you require to work together on this issue. And again, I really want to thank Commissioner Lily and all of the staff that have been providing us such wonderful support for the hospitality, for the warm welcome throughout. So thank you again for the people of Nepal as well. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ms. Aishath, Manager of Capacity Development of Asia Pacific Forum. Sometimes, we should also acknowledge the fact that since we're talking to a larger perspective of gender inclusion, we're trying to reach out to a larger community, and we're trying to give out a message to a profound larger community about gender. Sometimes the protocol of the event might go plus and minuses. So may I request our honorables and the officers of the organization to bear with a little bit of mishap happened during the closing ceremony of the event, because according to the program schedule, the names provided, I intacted to the names provided by the officials. So if it happened a bit of here and there, since we're talking about the larger community one more time, small issues should be resolved within ourselves. So for now, may I request Ms. Ashwini KP, Special Rapporteur on Contemporary Forums at Precision, for your remarks, and we're also acknowledging you with 2 minutes. Please, don't kill me afterwards.
Good afternoon, everyone. Honorable Deputy Prime Minister, distinguished delegates, esteemed guests, and my fellow advocates. As we conclude today's important discussion, I want to take a moment to reflect on the central theme of this gathering, that is gender inclusion in national human rights institutions. And it is extremely important for us to look at gender justice as one of the core aspects of human rights, and it requires to go beyond traditional approach, and it is really important for us to look at gender justice within the legal framework, within policies, and at this critical juncture, the NHRIs play a pivotal role, and they serve as a bridge between the international institutions and various other stakeholders. And these institutions also should continue to promote such initiatives, and it is worth emphasizing that the work of NHRIs must be proactive and response, and which has been throughout since the inception of the institutions. And in this global pursuit of gender justice, it is extremely important for us to translate our words into actions. And in closing, I would urge all of us to continue working with sense of urgency and purpose, and gender equality cannot be symbolic, and it is not merely an aspiration, but it is more of core human rights issues. And lastly, I extend my deep appreciation to the National Human Rights Commission of Nepal, particularly Commissioner Ms. Lily Thapa, for her phenomenal work, conviction, and commitment. Thank you so much. And I thank you one and all for your kind attention. Have a nice afternoon. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. No wonder women are great handling time. You were absolutely within 2 minutes. Thank you very much for being the savior. With all this, we've almost come to the end of the closing ceremony of our 3-day conference here in Kathmandu. I know the journey of the conference has come to a conclusion, but the journey of life is yet to perform. You know, the journey towards inclusion, the journey towards a sustainable society is yet to be made. For the ending and closing remarks, may I gracefully and kindly call upon the chairperson of the closing ceremony, Honorable Chairperson of National Human Rights Commission, Nepal, to Bahadur Magar, sir, for the closing remarks. Thank you very much.
Honorable Deputy Prime Minister of Nepal, Prakash, Chairpersons, Commissioners, and representatives of national human rights institutions from different countries, the Special Rapporteur on Contemporary Forms of Racism, Honorable Commissioners of NHRC Nepal, representatives of diplomatic missions, development partners, and UN agencies, civil society, media personnel, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. सर्वप्रथम म आज हाम्रो यस कार्यक्रमको आमन्त्रणलाई स्वीकार गरेर यस सम्बन्धमा केही शब्दहरू राखिदिनु भएकोमा माननीय उप प्रधानमन्त्रीज्यूप्रति हार्दिक आभार व्यक्त गर्दछु। I am very happy to stand up in front of you to deliver my concluding remarks, all after very productive conference. The conference is attended by 38 international and approximately 150 national participants of 19 countries from Asia Pacific, region, including Nepal. As we conclude this outstanding and remarkable international conference on gender inclusion in NHRIs, I am filled with immense pride and invigorating energy. These past 3 days have been truly transformative, and I hope you share my joy about the significant strides we have made in advancing gender inclusion. Reflecting on our sessions, I am thrilled by the depth of discussions and the actionable insights we have gathered. Mr. Fasoha Aishath, sorry if it pronounces it wrong, presentation on pluralism and gender equality, as well as gender baseline assessments, have set a powerful foundation for integrating these critical concepts into NHRI's institutional frameworks. I believe her insights will guide us in addressing gender disparities effectively and developing targeted strategies for enhanced inclusivity. Panel discussions on pluralism in policy and practice, the implementation status of the Kathmandu Declaration, JC mainstream within NHRIs, and integrating gender perspectives in legislative and policy review, intersectionality, climate change, and gender justice have been equally enlightening. The strategies and recommendations explored will refine our policies and practice, strengthen our commitment to gender equality, and empower us to adapt our legislative frameworks to contemporary challenges. The sessions also made exploration of essential tools for overcoming gender stereotypes and biases, shaping more equitable workplace practices, and fostering an inclusive environment. The focus on integrating gender perspectives into policy and legislative reviews underscored the importance of gender-sensitive reforms. I am confident that these strategies will lead to more inclusive and effective policies in Asia-Pacific region. With great excitement, we have adopted the Kathmandu Declaration. This landmark document represents our shared vision and unwavering commitment to advancing gender inclusion and human rights. The Kathmandu Declaration is a powerful call for action and a beacon guiding our future efforts. I believe this declaration will inspire and challenge us to champion its principles within our institutions and communities. I extend my deepest gratitude and appreciation to all who have made this conference a resounding success. I would like to express my heartfelt thanks to the chairpersons and commissioners of the NHRIs for their invaluable contributions and leadership. The support and engagement of the government of Nepal is very instrumental. Our special thanks to the Asia-Pacific Forum of NHRIs, OHCHR, UNDP, UNFPA, and UN Women for your insight, input, and technical support. Your support and expertise have been instrumental in shaping the agenda, steering the discussion, and enhancing the overall experience of this event. There were significant contributions from our fellow commissioners, particularly Honorable Commissioner Dr. Lily Thapa, and who, with the team staffs of NHRC, Nepal, with the tireless pursuit, made the conference successful. I wish to acknowledge the crucial role played by civil society organizations whose advocacy and perspective have been vital in shaping our agenda. The experts and scholars' contributions, sharing the knowledge and insights have been vital in driving our discussions forward. Finally, my sincere thanks go to the media for bringing this important conversation to a wider audience. Your efforts are greatly appreciated. I offer all of you to contribute our collaboration and engagement with the same passion we have demonstrated here. Let us look forward to the enthusiasm and commitment. I am confident that by building on the insights gained working together, we will continue to drive progress and achievements our common goals. I also would like to announce you that NHRC Nepal will also convene the Climate Changes and Human Rights Conference in 2025, aiming to explore the areas of international collaboration on climate justice, air pollution, and human rights that supports to foster more conclusive and equitable world. Thank you all, and hope to see you all in next conference. Thank you. With this, I declare the end of this program. Thank you all once again.
Thank you very much, Honorable Chairman. With this, let's participate in bidding farewell to our chief guest of the event, Deputy Prime Minister. Let's applaud for his gracious presence, commitment, and solidarity towards the initiative. Thank you all for your active participation and engagement. Safe travels to those who are returning home. And we look forward to seeing you at the future events as well. Are we doing a quick photo session on the stage? Okay, let's click a quick photo on the stage.